Let's get ready to rumble!
What's up, folks? Kevin here, the Tattoo Toy Hunter, and today I'll be starting a brand new series on the Savage Podcast channel. We're going to call this either the WWW Beatdown or Superhero Beatdown. I'm not sure what I'm going to stay with, but for now it'll be the Superhero Beatdown. This is going to be an ongoing series where I match up some either real or fictitious characters from either Star Wars, DC Comics, Marvel, real people. It could be from anywhere on the internet. It can be a different mix. I would like to, as we go with this series, I would like for viewers to put in input. What characters would they like to see matched up? You know, like today is going to be Darth Vader versus Superman, but you can pick other characters as well if you think that would be an interesting match. So how we're going to do this is I'm going to go over a slight, just a small bit of their bio, one at a time, and then go over their powers. And then we'll judge their powers based on power, speed, intelligence, strength, stamina, and weaknesses. We'll make some type of like a bar graph. And then I'll make my decision on who would win in this matchup based on, it's going to be based on basically my opinion and stuff that I've studied online, comic book theories that's on YouTube or the internet. Also novels, and then also based on my opinion. So that's how I will end up picking a winner. And I would like to converse with you guys and gals. If you disagree, agree at the end. Let me know what you think should have won if I pick someone that you don't think would win. Because this is all theoretical, of course, right? A lot of these people don't exist. So anyway, we'll go ahead and start with this matchup. Like I said earlier, this is going to be Darth Vader versus Superman. I think that's an amazing matchup. Both are incredible characters. Both of them have been bad or good and swapped over to good or bad. They have a lot in common, I think. Let's go ahead and start with Darth Vader. Darth Vader, of course, was born a Tatooine slave. He had a mother, but he had no father. Like Jesus Christ, he had no father. Apparently, he was fathered by the midichlorians somehow, and his mom was impregnated. Very interesting. He started off as a slave. He was actually rescued by Qui-Gon and Obi, as you remember. He was a Jedi Padawan, and then he was trained into a Jedi Master eventually, and then he fell, of course, after a long stint of being a general in the Clone Wars. He became a Sith Lord because of Emperor Palpatine, if you remember. Once he was defeated by Obi, he became the Darth Vader we know of with the respirator suit and everything. At that time, he was 6'7" when he was switched over to his Darth Vader outfit. So very interesting. He's had a long life until this point. He went from good to bad. And as you recall, during, I think it was the first OG trilogy, he was actually saved before he died and became good again. So let's go over his powers, which I think are very incredible. Of course, the Force, it's like almost like a religion, but it's that it surrounds everybody, this energy, this power that surrounds everybody. It gives him, and his skills are based on video games, novels, comic books, cartoons, and movies. So that's where I'm bringing this list from. He has telepathy. Sorry if I'm stuttering. Telepathy, so he can do a lot of stuff with that. He can levitate, which is almost mimicking flying. He has something called destructive ripples, where he can send waves, almost like tidal waves of water, but it's just a force where he can destroy almost anything in his path. He has rage focus. This will actually strengthen him and give him more speed. He has, of course, the lightsaber is one of his weapons. He can use it as like a boomerang, and he can send it using his telepathy to chop stuff up, which it's called the Force lightsaber. He has Force choke, which is an incredible, we see that in many movies where he does the Force choke. He can actually kill a man just with his thoughts. Also, I mentioned the boomerang saber. Telekinesis is used on that. Animal control, which we saw different types of beings, living beings that are not as strong-minded. He can actually make them do whatever he wants, which is incredible. He has Force cloak, where he can turn invisible. He has a healing factor, just like Wolverine does. A healing factor is amazing. He can heal himself. Super speed and agility at times, but when he does use the Force for these things, it leaves him tired So that's one of the weaknesses we can mention. Super jumping ability, which uses a lot of force energy. He can actually absorb other people's energies and build his strength up if someone attacks him with the type of energy. He has a spear shield, which we've seen in video games where he can shield and block attacks. And then he has actually precognition where he can actually see the future. And we've seen that in many movies where young Anakin could see like his woman gonna die early. That's one of the reasons he actually switched over to the dark side, because he kept seeing her death. And so that's an amazing ability. So that's enough for Darth Vader right now. Let's go ahead and switch over to Superman and take a look at a little bit at his bio and abilities. Alright, so our next opponent for Darth Vader is going to be none other but than Kal-El, Superman. We all know his bio. Basically, he was born on Krypton, which was a planet that was dying and gonna explode anytime. So his loving family actually put him in a spaceship and shot him off to Earth so that he could have a chance at life. From there, he landed with the Kents on their farm, Smallville, and grew up good, basically like a Boy Scout. He grew up good, and he knew right from wrong, and he was everybody's superhero, you know. So he stood fully grown at 6'3", so what a difference between him and when Vader became Vader. So let's go ahead and go over his abilities. We'll go ahead and his weakness we all know is kryptonite. So the kryptonite stone is going to be the one thing that actually could take him out. So that is a huge weakness, but other than that, there's very few weaknesses aside from that. Okay, going over his ability, of course, he has superhuman strength, which is very high level. He has superhuman hearing, superhuman longevity, superhuman durability. He has several different superhero vision-ish, like he's got a heat vision, electromagnetic vision, and spectrum vision, microscopic vision, X-ray vision, not through lead though, as we've seen in some of the older movies with Christopher Reeve. Moving forward, he's got superhero breath, which is freeze wind, which he's used on many, many occasions. Superhero speed and reflexes, superhero invulnerability. He has a healing factor just as Vader does. Of course, he has flight, and he's very intelligent. So for him, he's one of the top superheroes as far as powers and abilities. Very incredible person, Kal-El is. So he makes for a very good opponent for Darth Vader. So now that we've gone over Superman and Darth Vader, we're going to go ahead and turn to the fight and see who wins this time.
Let's get ready to rumble!
You are beaten. It is useless to resist. Don't let yourself be destroyed as Obi-Wan did. If you only knew the power of the dark side.
I'm Superman.
I stand for truth, justice, and the American way.
I am your father.
And the winner is Darth Vader. If you disagree, comment below. Until the next battle, stay savage.